Hey there, I'm JP and welcome at Dutchland. I would like to start off this episode with some good news because the Move It mod has been fixed. Also, I have installed another mod, and if you are interested to see what kind of mods I all have, I got it nice in a big list onto my Discord. You can find a link in the description. Now, I want to talk about that new mod in a minute because first I would like to show you off what I've been doing. I have been moving up the crematorium down here because I want to make something nice out of it instead of hiding it behind this ginormous smoke pipe. So after messing around for a little bit, this is what I came up with, and there is plans for future stuff. So basically at some point, and this apparently also a mod, that you can place these buildings along roadside. You can see there is a circle around it. I could almost place it also down here. But I would like to place one on each side of this tiny little road here, so it's nice hidden away. I got some spot here for a parking lot. Yes, in the last update they added tiny little parking spot, so we can place a couple of them right down here. Now I'll be making use of these extra tools in order to line up the bushes, but also you can circulate some bushes and trees and whatnot with this circulating tool. Yep, that is a bug. I've noticed that a couple of times, that sometimes once you click on it, you just get what just happened. So in this case, you can just do it like that. And if you want to have more bushes within, you just, change the values of this stuff. You can make it smaller, bigger, stuff like that. It's very, very nice. There is a lot of stuff to discover and to play around with. Another thing, you can see a custom wall down here. Now I do have to warn that these custom walls sometimes change color, because apparently that's just the way how it works. And this one is nice, that one is nice, but this one has a different color. So basically, all you can do is just find an empty spot, place it down there until you get the correct one. Then you can place another wall, and then it's like red, place it down here, etc. In order to remove this, I need something extra. No, not that one. This one. Now, speaking about this Bulldozer tool, there is also something that I like a lot too. Besides that, you can just remove a lot of stuff, which this one would be handy. Is you can just remove certain things. If you don't like these bushes in here, remove it. If you don't like these street lights, remove it. And I did remove a couple of street lights because I felt there was a little bit too much of them for a small space like this. And then last but not least, I have also got this mod which gives all of these extra assets that can be used, like fences, roads, extra planters, buildings and whatnot. And yeah, there is so much fun stuff in here that you can just place around. And yeah, I just placed a couple of these little lamps near this pathway. The reason why there are no two of these in here is because we have the street light that already lighting up this area. So I found it a little OP, and then this bush needing to be moved. Too much work. Don't want to go too crazy, right? So the next thing I did after this, I wanted to mess around with this commercial zone town square type of deal. So I made my own custom deal right down here. And also, one of the fun things with this is that you can create areas with this tool, for an example, where you want people to walk into. This basically works like a park. So this is for the yoga park, this is for natural park, I think this is for parking lot, I'm not sure. But I do have a bug, or a glitch, whatever it is. This thing, I cannot remove that anymore. It will stay there forever. I tried all of these options of the Bulldozer. I tried removing the building, dezoning. I tried a lot. And maybe this might be fixed for the future though. Now, the extra mod that I have, and this is something that I still need to figure out how this works, because apparently this doesn't work 100% also. But I now have a copy tool. Now see the Skylines, I believe this copying tool was actually a part of the Move It mod. Now in this case it wasn't, and then I seen the video of Biffa. I need that. Now I've got a lot of stuff and things down here. The only thing I find a shame, it doesn't have like a you know, like a square selection thing. And instead of that, you're going to get a circle thing. So you have to hold Alt, then you can circulate it, which I don't always find very handy. Of course, you can also separately select things, I believe. You have to hold it. No? Yeah, hold to select. I'm holding it. Nope. Okay, so that doesn't work. The reason also why I'm saying this is still buggy, because if I would select everything, in this case, let's just do it like that, it also selects streets, which, you know, I could have turned off with this guy, but, you know, you can just also hold the other mouse button, which does work to deselect things, so it's not like too big of a deal. Then I press ctrlC to copy, right? And then, oh, I see. You can see that one of the items there doesn't allow me to place things down, which I find a bit weird. Maybe the trash can near it is too close, or yeah, it's a little bit of a shame that it doesn't, you know, work properly. Now you could say maybe deselect it. So let's just deselect the routing. Let's deselect visible and padding stuff. I wish it would show you what it means once you hover your mouse on it. So if you know what it does, then let me know. But in this case, let's just try it again. Okay. Now in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna hold my other mouse button. So I'm going to hold it to deselect this guy and then press Ctrl-C again. And as you can see in my selection, I got a whole different thing there. So, which didn't happen before, but I now know what is wrong with the whole show. And I will just explain you that in a second. Right out there. That's fantastic. So as you can see, I have this building here. But for some weird reason, I have placed 5 or 6 of these things because they kept disappearing. I couldn't select it anymore. So I had to then put one of these down. Oh, you can even select like little signs and stuff. But yeah, apparently there is still a building stuck in here, which is just very odd. It might be this bigger circle though. Cannot move it. Ah, look. Look what is popping up. So yeah, it's not like everything is not like, you know, perfect as yet. So I'm gonna remove that. Then again, I need to place my own walls back and create the pathways and whatnot. Now, of course, I'm not going to, you know, do this all the time. You know, share this up in 2, because that's just ridiculous. What I could have done is made one park and then make a custom pathway between in and have like a skate part and, you know, something else. Which now I'm looking at it. One little thing that I'm going to change before we're gonna go back into everything, and that is I'm going to need to move this guy up to the other side. There was a function that I was saying mirror, so one is totally on me for not remember it, and I needed to. Right, fantastic. I really wonder if this walking stuff will work. Probably once everything has, you know, been filled in, and maybe something at the side, or what we can also do. And this is where we're going to continue, is I want to build in here another neighborhood tightly /is. We're going to pass this down here and around here. Now the thing here is, this is very nice down here, but this is going to be a huge problem at some point, because once a road is super duper busy, which I discovered in season 1, you won't be able to place these houses among these roads anymore because they're super duper busy. In this case, it still allows me because there's not that much traffic. So what I would like to start off with is placing all of this stuff right down here. Alright, wonderful. I think this will do for a nice neighborhood with low residential, flat housing. This neighborhood, ooh, it comes together very well. I love it a lot. Very, very, very Dutchy. And I have been looking at my old town where I used to live in, and really 90-95% of the housing where people live in are row housing. That's pretty crazy actually. Alright, so in this case, what I would like to do with this is I'm just going to adjust the road just a tiny bit. And what we can do with this part is just place down some of these apartment buildings. Now, I have also been thinking, you know, future-wise, what are we going to do? Well, I just thought this is going to be one of the main roads, and this main road is going to have a bridge toward the other side. I think that would be a very nice idea to just flow with the land, and then my game crashed. Well, anyways, what I wanted to say is, yeah, make this into a main road and then make a bridge and let it flow into the land right down here. I think that is a perfect idea. Also, what might be a perfect idea is to create something like crazy. So what I mean by that is having a road. Maybe this was something that I was thinking of in my sleep, and this might be a little bit too high for that, but I wanted to say maybe create like a side piece of road that goes here, and because this is higher, it can actually cross this with a bridge and then go straight in here. But by the look of it, it might be too much. But what I did see is this down here, so we might be able to just create like a curvy mountain road going up. I even seen this down here. That might be too much. Just have to see. Any ideas and suggestions are of course also welcome. So now I'm looking at this whole area. Sooner or later I'm going to need to have, you know, more industry. And how big can this guy be? That big. You know, never mind about that. I wanted to say we could, you know, expand this road here and then I have another industry, but then again, then I'm just, you know, making it myself difficult at some point to expand this garbage facility. Because right down here there is going to be another one of these big boys, and that is already taking up a lot of space. So I guess what I could be doing is later on just expand some more that way. Now we do have 2 points. And I want to have some advanced road services. Anything else? Ah, of course, we need to place down schools and stuff. Yeah, let's keep an eye out on that too. Now, the reason why I would like to have road services is because we're gonna get all of this stuff, which these ones are from a mod. Tunnel mode might not look perfect, but it works. Now, this is definitely from a mod. So anyways, I don't want to talk too much about that. What I would like to do is just actually start creating some stuff, and we're going to create like a nice service area right down here. We're going to keep in mind future, there might be some buses, there might be, well, I doubt if it's going to be trams though, but taxis, a very good one. Maybe we can connect this up with that road. Maybe. Okay, how big is this guy? This guy is that size. Let's try to at least keep a space of 3. Now, this guy might have some upgrades. It's going to be only on that. So I'll guess and it like, I don't know, like this for now. Later on we can decide some other things. Yeah, this is very good. They are a little bit into the smog, but then again it's an industrial area. Right, one of the things is that we can now start playing around with this kind of stuff. Now this means no left and no right. This means stop, right? Now, I guess this would be one of them roads. Because I'm gonna go straight. So you guys stop. I do wish you could decide left or right, front or back. Apparently that is not a thing. It would be so nice down here to have it only on this side. But wait, wasn't there a thing? Or am I mistaken in City Skylines 1 right now? I think it was City Skylines 1, right? Where you had like an option where you could actually select stuff. Well, anyways, I'm going to need to place down some buildings because sooner or later I am going to get into trouble. So let's just start off with something like that. Would be perfect. Just leave a little bit of space between in. Walking distance to a school is bad. That's because we don't have a school. Traffic complaints. Ay. So much complaining, you would almost think you're in the Netherlands. There we go. Okay, cool, because this will, you know, gives me some more cash, or what to say. Okay, the one thing that I am going to do real quick is add in some farmland, because that can give us some good cash too. And also speaking about some good cash, this is already the way how it is. I'm going to keep a close eye on to all of that. Okay, yeah, this is going to be really needed, and I should actually not forget about that. So the first farm that I would like to add here is a chicken farm. Now, I'm not going to take up all of the space for it, because I'm going to keep in mind fertile ground. I'm going to hold my finger onto the screen, and I'm going to take, you know what, let's just take this road. Let's just place it here for now. Let's see, a farm road of 200. I need to keep that in mind. You know, that will be perfect. And then trying to maximize it out. If it's circle wise, I really like to, you know, make things look perfect. And then I'm also going to add in another thing. Very Dutchy thing to do, actually. I mean, more countries in the world have it, but it's just, you know, from what I know. Okay, we're going to have some grain set up. And the edge might be something like this down here. To add a nice line of trees between the farmland. Yes, like I said, might do this on more places on Earth than just the Netherlands, but it's a very known site down here. Of course, also near this spot and that spot, but I'm just gonna leave that open, trying to maximize the profit for a bit, because I can definitely use a bit of money. And wonderful. I might think about it to actually do some more detailing off camera. Of course, I will have to do this while the game is on pause, which is for the best, since the money is draining like crazy though. But yeah, at least we now have some farm areas, which should bring in a little bit of extra money, hopefully, or better to say drain not everything. Slowly but surely this should, yep, go to where it needs to be. Guys, yeah, needs a lot more employees to work. Perfect. And I also got this mod, which actually I don't have to get in here, but it just shows you like this what level, land value, efficiency, employee profits, and that good stuff. Which I noticed it says balance down the bottom, which is red. I'm not sure what that exactly means, but I did notice on this building, for example, the balance is very good, while this one is very bad. I'm actually wondering when this money is going to take effect. I'm just going to pause it right now because it's all in. The taxation is good. Don't want any loan. Alright, so meanwhile, we can take another look at this specialized industry, which shows that I can do stone mining, coal mining. Which coal mining might be very handy for our coal industry, right? And I could be placing like a couple of cotton stuff. Okay, so let's go for coal mining. Now this is why I wanted to have this area for. This is not a lot and I could expand. The problem with that is though, I mean like tile upkeep. So what I'm going to do, and this is just for now, I'm just going to take this for what it is and yeah, just grab a bunch behind the factories. I will change this very later on again. Now the ground will deplete over time, so at some point we will have to move this industry further this way anyway, so that we might be able to make like a cool looking mine out of it. And then of course another thing I could be doing is add in another countryside road-ish type of deal, and then add like chickens on this side, and the textile fibers on this side. Alright. Press on play, let's see what happens. The other guy is gonna bring in a big one. 17 employees. Very good. I'm not sure there will be big. Ah, there we go. Guess I just wanted to say I'm not sure. Very good. So yeah, we're gonna beautify certain areas later on along the way. And like I've been saying, maybe I'll just add a couple of trees along roads, just to give a little bit more realism and Dutchy feeling to it. Alright, how's the money going? It's fighting to go down. That's very good. Okay, now sooner or later I am getting into trouble, I wanted to say, because I'm going to need to have all of this stuff, and I am slowly but surely running out of money. And for some reason, I'm just cleaning my mouse. I don't have any more demand for other certain houses. Alright, this is definitely going to be a fine spot for it. Now this building has certain upgrades which can be placed, for example, right down here, which would be perfect. And there is another expansion for that. If need, we can also, wanted to say, place it on the other side. Alright, couple of beautiful trees along the side, and now I'm going to take a loan. And this is the first time. How much can we borrow? I'll look at the percentage. Monthly cost 9,000. Ah man. Okay, how much do I need for small firehouse? 120. The police need 220. Okay, let's borrow 250 since, you know, I'm also going to need to do something. Let's accept this, and that hurts a lot. Alright, so I spoke about surface areas, and I think I don't want to add it here, but I want to add in a new road. And this new road is okay, because along this new road, I might just add a side road where I can add in another part of the neighborhood. And have it like this. And I'm going to add this guy right down here, and then the police station right down here along this side. Beautiful, just like that. There is enough space. The reason why I'm placing it like this is because I want to keep in mind that the pollution of this guy goes that way. So I want to keep like a nice line where it's supposed to be safe. Yes, I do see now very light pollution down there. And this is something to keep in mind at some point. Okay, so we have all of that good stuff. Now, things are not going to go super duper quick. I hope I don't get into trouble, because that will be a very bad season 2. Alright, and I got another whole neighborhood right down here. I wanted to take a look, like, I think the road /is could be ending right down here and then just go straight from this point on. I'm trying to say here, which gives us another beautiful spot for another one of these Dutchy neighborhoods. In this case, I made the road up to this school connection. It would make sense once they build another whole neighborhood. Let's connect it here rather than here. And or this is just a one way this way, one way back, with this one in the middle. So the Tooltip here. You don't have to go all the way down there, but just, you know, still a little. Now I'm thinking of it. They don't. No, these people can still just go this way, so that is very nice. These people though just need to go that way. That's fine. Okay, let's plop down some more houses. Now in this case though, I am going to leave a little bit of empty space, because I want people to have like a little bit of an overview of what's going on. And also, when I'm thinking of it, I'm not going to add any houses onto these roads actually. I'm going to keep these roads because, you know, at night time there will be some cars driving here and they shine their beams right into these houses. Not a lot of fun, so let's just leave that for what it is and just, you know, plop down another whole row in here. Right, so far so good. Money wise, not really good, but sooner or later I should be able to get like another handful of cash. It will be 100,000, which I hope to also pay back as much as possible with the other stuff. But the good thing is we have emergency facilities. We got police, we got fire trucks, we got medical clinic, we got a school, crematorium, which is, you know, at least the important thing for right now. And I just need to create jobs. That is a thing that is going to be very much needed right now. So what I'll end up, you know, might end up doing right now, since, you know, I have like a ton of that stuff left, I might just say I'm going to need to use the spot down here in order to create a factory area for right now, which I can't. Well, guess this will be it for right now. I think all I can hope for right now is that, you know, I get enough thumbs up and likes in order to, you know, get enough money. Once I have enough money, I really need to start building the industrial area there. And then, you know, hope that slowly but surely I can work myself out of this mess. Can I even buy a tree? Oh, I couldn't even buy a tree. That's sad. Well, anyways, if any of you guys have some tips, then definitely let me know. And I think I've made so far some pretty good progress. And then, yeah, let's see what's going to happen in the next episode. It's going to be very exciting, though. And I just noticed this tree isn't growing, which is a bit of a shame. I mean, can you imagine, like, a massive tree up here at the roundabout? That would be really cool, though, right? Oh well. Where are you going? Let's follow this.